it shows you the grid where the machine learning algorithm in the upper right-hand side has found a surface that you can map a logo onto. So in this case, it's a Kellogg's logo that's been mapped onto the wall, onto the cabinet, sorry. In this case, it was a logo relating to the ping pong game. Here it's a Vans logo. And you'll see as the skateboarders are skating in front of it, it's actually figuring out algorithmically the occlusion that's needed to make sure that you are still seeing the Vans logo properly when interacting with the pixels of the content. Here's an MTV logo being painted live. This is NVIDIA. I don't know if you saw it on the right side. It's a video game company with their logo getting mapped into the right-hand side. This is my previous employer, Spotify, popping up on the wall there for this dancing fellow. So pretty wild. I think really interesting direction. And you could potentially have this kind of experience done in such a way so that it is actually programmatically traded once you advance it further. That's not the case now. Right now, these are deals that are kind of set up in advance and being done with direct campaigns or sponsorships. But if you extrapolate into the future, it could be really intriguing possibility, especially with Tina's talk. We talked about free ad-supported movies or TV shows. This is a really interesting alternative for how to monetize as a complement to the pre-roll. And I hope that this sparks your imagination in terms of the possibilities to kind of wrap up for the presentation part of the talk. At this point, we are through with our set list and the encore, so thank you so much for all of that. And I think what we'd like to do, if we have a little time left, this is a great chance. Tino, if you could come up on stage too. Let's do some Q&A, but I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. Did we cover everything so comprehensively? Okay, I think they'll bring a mic to you.
Hey, my name is Tanya. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I have a question about these personalized videos. So let's take the first example. There was this Samsung commercial where it was first your picture was shown there. And I mean, Facebook does something similar. They have these like Friends Day, Happy Birthday, whatever.
Yeah, I was going to mention that actually.
Yeah, yep. So, and there it's quite clear because of course they take the pictures from your Facebook profile. But how would that work in practice? Like, would you see that if you, for instance, you're on a news site and then suddenly you see that commercial, where would you get the picture from? Still from your Facebook or Instagram account, or how does that work also like in terms of rights?
Yeah, it's a great question. I first actually want to see if someone from Impossible is in the audience to answer. They may not. Would love to have you answer that question, and I'm happy to comment further. Why don't you come up? This is Ole John. Yes. Great to have you joining us. I didn't get to see you earlier, but nice to meet you on stage. And thank you again for contributing the videos. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a good question, I think, because in Germany, I think we have a little more. It's difficult to get the pictures from the persons because you have to submit to say yes, you can use the picture. I think in US maybe it's a little bit easier. We do some commercials in US in 2013 where you just click one button to accept, to give the rights free to using the images. But in Germany, I don't know.
I think I have a mic. It's okay. Thank you. I think the other thing to say about it is if you have an identity-based service, the Facebook example is very relevant because with Facebook, they implicitly have permission to use your images, which are actually showing up for you in those happy birthday or you've been friends for this period of time kind of experience. So, for example, Tina was talking about identity-based TV services. So with identity-based TV services, they do actually have age and gender. You may actually fill out a profile if it includes sharing or social sharing. So I think in that case, probably as part of the terms of service, for an identity-based service, you would be able to create an ad like that. Yeah. And I think it would be a lot more impactful, quite frankly, and more fun.
So that it could also be used for retargeting then? because if you might have already that person's information, they signed up
Right.
to whatever, and then you want to retarget them again. So, yeah, I'm still having a little hard
Are
time.
you talking about retargeting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in that case, yeah, I'm not sure you could do that. I think you
Okay.
really have to look at how that works in an identity-based service versus the open web, where you may not have the ability to do that. So I think there's open questions, but I think it's a really intriguing direction and opportunity. And I think there's certain contexts, as Facebook has shown us already, where you can do it. And even though that's Facebook, as we said, these TV services that are becoming increasingly popular, like Netflix and Amazon and Hulu and others such as the ones we heard about here in the region, those are identity-based services where they typically are becoming more social, and this kind of thing could be considered more natural. So I think for the open internet, where there is no identity information, you probably need some kind of opt-in model, which has not yet been explored, which I think is intriguing. If you could give enough value to somebody to opt in and say, I'm okay with this, where you have permission, and then maybe you get something special in exchange. That's another, I'd say that's another direction as a complement.
Okay. Well, that clears things up. Thank you.
Sure. It's a key question, so thanks for that. Any other questions from the audience? You sure? Going once? Going twice? Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for attending the session. Thank you, Tino. Thank you, Ole. And it's great presenting Better Video Internet to all of you. Thanks again.